October 2020, the last time a Ghana Black Star striker found the back of the net. And it was in a friendly versus Qatar, in which Caleb Kuban came on as a substitute to find the back of the net and was the last ever Black Star striker to score a goal for the Black Stars in over a year. Since then, midfielders have been chipping in the goals since Ghana has taken part in World Cup qualifiers as well as African Cup of Nations qualifiers. As we look back at the South Africa game, in which there's so much controversy crowded in and wait for FIFA's response, there's only one truth. Ghana could not score more goals because they don't have a clinical finisher, someone who can finish off the chances created by the midfield. It's a problem that has been niggling for a very long time and has been papered over because we have been winning games by marginal score lines and getting away with slender wins against poorer teams. But today I'm going to offer some alternatives for the Ghana Black Stars. Players who are Ghanaians both home and abroad and who can chip in terms of goal scoring for the Ghana Black Stars and take place of the legendary Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan, whose last goal for Ghana came on 1st July 2017. Since he left the helm, no one has been able to chip more goals as a striker than him. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. Since the retirement of quote-unquote retirement of Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan, or since the Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan stopped playing for the Black Stars, Andre Ayew has been chipping in most of the goals alongside Thomas Tay Partey. Those two are midfielders, and striking has been a big issue. Jordan Ayew has tried to take that standing position as the striker, but it hasn't been working. He has been deployed on the wings as well, but hasn't been that effective. Many people say he is very hard working, but he is a striker. What I expect from a striker is goals. Many people say he's a winger more than a striker. Well, that clearly shows we do not have a striker in the Ghana Black Stars team. And today we're going to look at options that are available to us. First of all, we'll look at players that have been called up but never made it here. I'll start with Kelvin Yeboah. This young man from Sturm Graz, and he was called up at the time by coach CK Akono, who also realized this goal scoring problem when Ghana played in their two friendlies versus Morocco and Ivory Coast before the World Cup qualifiers kicked off. He called the young man to the Black Stars team. The young man had been in blistering goal scoring form at the time, and he had scored 3 goals in 5 matches at the time for his club side in Austria. He was poised to join the Black Stars, but he had his head turned by the Italy under-21 team. So he joined the Italian under-21, and a promising striker left our grass. He will probably go on to play for the senior national team, but as it stands, he is still eligible to play for Ghana. Should he change his mind, I think he can join the Black Stars. But for now, after being called up and rejecting the call up and choosing Italy, it looks like he will be one that will not be playing for Ghana for the foreseeable future. He is the nephew of Ghana Black Stars prolific striker Anthony Yeboah, who had scored some amazing goals for the Ghana Black Stars in the past. Another player who was called up for that position of goal scoring / striker was Jamie Leweleg. Jamie Leweleg plays for Greuther Fürth in Germany. Leweleg was called up once again by CK Akono, who had then identified an issue with goal scoring and decided to give the young man who was doing well with the second division Bundesliga side at the time, Greuther Fürth. Now they are in Bundesliga 1. Jamie Leweleg also, according to reports, had accepted the call up, but then had his head turned by the German under-21 national team. He also left and joined them, and we had a conundrum. Were players being called and not notified? Was that the issue? Why would the player accept to come and then he would not come? That's another discussion altogether. And then we move to my viable options. These might not be options you agree with, but these are options I think are quite viable for the foreseeable future in the Black Stars striking position. For the locally based players, we have tried them as well. Kwame Poku, Shafiu Momoni, and the likes have all been tried, but it hasn't gone well for them. AFENYA-GYAN, the latest that was called up, he did not turn down the call up as he did not return or did not play for Ghana. He, however, decided that progression or development in the club side with AS Roma, since he had just come up from their academy side, was more important than playing for the Ghana Black Stars at this moment, especially when it was a crucial match. And I think AFENYA-GYAN, from his records at the youth level with AS Roma, he is one that I think will help the Black Stars in the future striking position. Yes, he is still young, has a lot to learn, but he is one for the future. In preparing for the African Cup of Nations, which I doubt he will be playing, I think he's one of the players who we should look at to start playing for the Black Stars. So I think AFENYA-GYAN, a promising young man with Jose Mourinho's AS Roma, after making his debut and helping his team come back when he came on as a substitute. AFENYA-GYAN is someone who I would be closely looking at for that striking position to take over long term and make over from Baby Jet Asamoah Gyan. Mind you, Asamoah Gyan is irreplaceable, so trying to replace him would be our very first mistake. Let's find someone who can bang in the goals and convert the chances. Another player I've also been looking and monitoring closely is Bryan Brobbey. Yes, Bryan Brobbey plays for RB Leipzig. Has played 3 times for them this season, not scoring a goal. But he was with the academy side of Ajax, the youth side. Currently 19 years of age, he played with the under-17, under-15 and under-16 for the Netherlands. He is eligible to play for Ghana. If at Ajax, he played 44 times and scored 19 goals. A young man full of strength and energy. With the under-17 side, he scored 16 goals from 24 appearances, 6 appearances with 4 goals with the under-15 side, and 5 appearances with 5 goals for the under-16 side. Currently with RB Leipzig, he has only played for them 3 times without finding the back of the net. I think Bryan Brobbey is a truly viable option for the Ghana Black Stars striking position. Francis Amuzu, Anderlecht forward in Belgium, and he has played for the youth side at the under-21 and under-19 level. 96 appearances, 7 goals. He is 22 years of age, and also another one who we can closely be monitoring. Francis Amuzu, as Anthony Barfour said yesterday, integrating these players depends on foreign players who can talk to them and try to convince them. I think these two, Bryan Brobbey and Francis Amuzu, will be great additions to the Black Stars team, along with AFENYA-GYAN. These are the 3 foreign players I think should be called up in. But special mentions also to Kwesi Appiah, who has already been called to the Black Stars team before. AFCON 2015, if you remember. He is doing well, however, with Crawley Town. Yes, Crawley Town is where he's playing his club football now. He was with Northeast United last season, and Crawley Town is the team he is currently with. He's banging in goals there, albeit playing a big part role most of the time with Crawley Town. On the local scene, Accra Hearts of Oak's Kofi Koji is someone whose name has popped up, but I am so hesitant to look at locally based players because I feel that the level the Black Stars is, the locally based players most of the time do not thrive. We've had so many stories. We've given opportunities to locally based players in the past, not to say they cannot play or they cannot thrive, but based on our past experiences, they have not been able to flourish in those positions. Probably they will be able to. Some of them can step up, but so far history does not bode well for locally based players in that position. I forgot to mention Jeremy Doku, who was someone Ghana was pursuing. Unfortunately, he chose to represent Belgium, has played at the Euros with them, and now cannot play for the Ghana Black Stars. So those are the players that I think can help with the Ghana Black Stars striking problems. Kofi Koji, one from the local scene, who's the one that I can see with Accra Hearts of Oak. I think the locally based players, there might be some who will be able to play, but based on experience, as I said, and based on what has happened in the past, probably the Black Stars might be too big of a role for them. But let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Who do you think can solve the striking problems of the Ghana Black Stars? I've presented my top 3 strikers along with some other ones for you. Who do you think? For all the talk about us chasing the likes of Hudson Odoi, Tariq Lamptey, and the rest, if we do not have anyone to finish off the chances those players will be creating, what is the point? I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day. Have a great weekend.